Breaking: Vegas witness who identified multiple shooters found dead. Here's what we know. It's been almost 2 weeks since the Las Vegas massacre took the lives of 58 concert-goers, and there seems to be more unanswered questions at this point than ever before. The mainstream media as well as the Las Vegas Police Department have been caught in multiple lies, leading many of us to believe that we have been fed a giant pile of BS up until this point. Now the sole witness who could have proven the truth about Las Vegas has mysteriously just been found dead, as a massive scandal rips across social media today. It's amazing how many lies the mainstream media and authorities have already been caught in. The timeline has been debunked by several sources, including eyewitnesses, hotel staff, and even the owners of the hotel itself. But the mainstream media keeps pushing their false narrative of events. Rumors continue to swirl that the shooter was an arms dealer in an ISIS gun-running scheme gone wrong, which is why details are being buried in order to protect the FBI from embarrassment. With authorities and possibly top-level government agents now participating in an active cover-up, just how frantic and determined are these liars going to be at stopping the truth from coming out? Would they actually kill Americans in order to bury the truth about Las Vegas? According to breaking reports, it sure appears to look that way. Up until Kimberly Suchamil was found mysteriously dead in her home on Wednesday in the early morning hours, the 26-year-old was very vocal in her assertion that there were multiple gunmen involved in the shooting. She had spoken to multiple news agencies about the truth of what happened that night, and what determined to not let the trail of evidence run cold. Alpha Mackey recorded, Kimberly Suchamil, the survivor of the Las Vegas shooting who claimed there were multiple gunmen involved in the shooting, has been found dead. She was 28. Suchamil was also vocal about the fact there was more than one gunman involved in the attack, speaking out repeatedly and claiming that Las Vegas police and mainstream media were not providing the public with a truthful account of what happened. Suchamil was not injured during the shooting at the Route 91 Music Festival, and died suddenly in the early hours of Monday at her Apple Valley home, according to her grandmother, Julie Norton, who explained to Seacoast Online that Kimberly must have died at some point during the 4 hours. She was alone in the house. Norton found Suchamil just after 8:30 a.m. when she arrived to care for her 3-year-old great-granddaughter. Suchamil's husband Mike had left for work earlier that morning at 4:30 a.m. days after the shooting. Kimberly Suchamil explained to the Victorville Daily Press how she and her friends escaped with their lives as bullets rained down from all angles on the 20,000 concert-goers on October 1st. What would cause a healthy 28-year-old to suddenly die in her sleep? Was someone in the government concerned Suchamil was too great a risk to keep alive because of her determination to spread the truth about there being multiple gunmen involved in the massacre that night? Suchamil went on the record with the media and told them, "Every single survivor I have talked to also remembers multiple shooters, and at least one from the ground. Why aren't we being taken more seriously? Tons of things don't add up," she wrote on Facebook. "I have been watching the news non-stop since I arrived back home to my family. And it just doesn't make sense. The stories that are feeding everyone doesn't add up to our eyewitness accounts. There is something wrong with what they are saying and the evidence seems fake if you ask me." Suchamil was very concerned because of the amount of gunfire being shot by multiple gunmen that she might not make it out alive via Real Pharmacy, explaining that she called her husband and grandmother to warn them she was in a shooting and might not make it out alive. Suchamil wrote, "The gunfire wasn't stopping this whole time. It wasn't ceasing. It wasn't slowing down. And it was directly behind us, following us. Bullets were coming from every direction. Behind us, in front of us, to the side of us. But I just know, that there was someone chasing us. The entire time I felt this way. The farther we got from the venue, the closer the gunfire got. I kept looking back expecting to see the gunman, and I say men because there was more than one person. There was more than one gun firing. 100% more than one. Kimberly Suchamill's grandmother confirmed that she was in good health. Though she suffered from focal epilepsy, it is understood that the condition is rarely life-threatening. Horrifically, this isn't the first witness that's mysteriously died or disappeared. Ralph Mackey went on, the news of Kimberly Suchamill's sudden death also comes as Fox News reports that hero security guard Jesus Campos disappeared minutes before he was due to appear on Sean Hannity's program as a featured guest. The network is at a loss to explain Campos's disappearance. Hannity did not mention Jesus Campos or his no-show during the program, and responded to queries on Twitter about what happened by saying he cancelled. Something's extremely fishy here, and we need to spread this story like wildfire and demand an explanation. If the mainstream media and crooked officials in our government are willing to kill to expose the truth, there is seriously some major dirt behind what really happened in Las Vegas almost 2 weeks ago.